Thank you, Jack. Brown is coming off a really good 24-21 win over Holy Cross, rallying from 11 points down in the fourth quarter to pull out that win. Senior quarterback Patrick Donnelly from Longmeadow had to play behind Kyle Newhall Caballero the last couple of years and made his first league start. Started out a little bit slowly, ended up throwing 2 touchdown passes, but more importantly, at the end of the game, he drove Brown 84 yards, ran it in from 10 yards out. The game-winning touchdown was about 1:24. So he really settled down and became a player. Senior defensive back A.J. Cruz, 3-time All-Ivy player, picked off a Holy Cross pass with 56 seconds left to end that game and really take care of it. And senior tailback Spiro Theodosi from Londonderry, New Hampshire. He had tremendous second half heroics that I'll talk about in a minute. This week's game against Harvard is on the NBC Sports Network, and it's going to be televised live, kickoff at 4:38. Randy Moss, not the Randy Moss, and Russ Tucker will be doing the commentary for the game. And since it is a semi-night game, we've brought in 4 banks of Musco Lights. They've been arriving over the last few weeks, so it will be a night game. It's the 3rd ever night game ever played at Brown Stadium. 2 years ago, Brown and Harvard met in the first game and had a crowd of over 17,000 at the game, and that was the largest crowd in the state of Rhode Island at a sporting event in 2010. But on to our Gold Helmet Award winner, Spiro Theodosi, who could not be here today. He has a class, and he's well on his way to being a National Comeback Player of the Year. Let me just tell you about Theo. He came into his own at the end of the 2009 season. He ran for 100-plus yards in 2 of Brown's last 3 games. And prior to last week's game against Holy Cross, the last time he put the Brown uniform on was November 19, 2009. And in the spring of 2010, he tore his ACL and missed the entire season. He was ready to go in the spring of 2011, and then he tore the ACL in his other knee. And he missed another full season. But you know, Theo, he came back, did not deter him. First game back against Holy Cross started out pretty slow. At 17 yards in the first half, and both Theo and Brown were really going nowhere. For the second half, he got his confidence up. He ran the way he did back in 2009 at 103 yards in the second half alone, and came up with key first down after first down for Brown, especially in the fourth quarter. And he had a great 4th and 2 on the 4th and goal at the 4-yard line, gained 3 yards, made a first down for Brown. He finished with 120 yards rushing and had another 20 receiving yards. And I know, again, he could not be here today, but it's really been a great journey for him to get back into football, to get back playing hard, and he is very deserving of this award. So thank you so much for choosing the Greater Iron Club of Boston for choosing Spiro Theodosi as the Gold Helmet Award winner.